Welcome to Let's Talk Under the Tree. What's up, T Smalls?
What's going on, Mr. Palmer?
What it do? What it do? Give me some ice water, man. You know I'm thirsty. What you gonna say?
Let's talk under the tree.
Play it back. You know what I want to hear.
Who is you?
There you go. We got Mr. Richard in the house. What's going on, my friend?
How y'all doing, brother? Mr. Palmer, happy to be under the tree.
That's
Mr.
right.
All right.
We heard about the accent before you came on. We was well schooled. We had a few phone calls today, and everybody say they love that Louisiana accent. So,
Oh,
yeah. So
yes, indeed.
we just putting a little disclaimer on it so everybody will understand what you're saying. It is what it is, and we thank in advance for having you come on here and talk about this. Your profession, what you into, and things like that. You remind me a little bit of Derrick Pickett, a little bit, that old black
Really?
cowboy. Yeah, yeah,
That's all right.
yeah. And like I told you earlier off camera, we're very happy that you did wear that hat. I like that. Matter of fact, are those hats expensive? I never got into cowboy hats.
Well, it depends. I mean, you got them inexpensive ones. This is my lock around. I mean, one that I wear on a daily basis. Now, you got they can be really expensive, man. But I mean, horses step on these things and stuff, and so I don't wear my expensive ones on an everyday basis. You know what I mean?
Okay. I heard
Yeah,
that.
right.
I want to ask you a question, and I've always, thought about asking someone this, but I never knew anybody that actually had horses like you. Do
Mhm.
horses really bite people like a dog? I'm just asking straight up.
Yeah, they can, man. A lot of folks feed them treats and stuff, and that starts a biting habit at times. I mean, because you go out there, you don't have one, they go to nibbling on you. Where my treat? You know what I mean? So, yeah, and they can be vicious, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, and they can actually kill you. Horse can kill you, man. You take a blood.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. No doubt about it. Especially a stud horse. You know what I mean? A stud horse around a mare, if he's not trained correctly, I mean, he can really hurt you. The fans buts about it. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I was watching a video last week. Someone was stuck in the ditch, and they just showed the horse and how much power that a horse actually have. I think it was like a Volkswagen Jetta, and
Right.
they hooked the horse up to the car just to show it, and that thing pulled it out the ditch like it wasn't nothing.
Well, they don't. Hey, that's where that term horsepower come from. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They had cars that had carriages, right? So that's where
yeah,
Right.
horsepower come from, man. And
yeah. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, they got some draft horses. They bred especially for that, man. 2,000-pound horses. You know what I mean? So they some powerful animals, man.
A horse that I'm amazed with is the Clydesdale horse. Is that an actual breed or just named Clydesdale?
It is a breed. It is a breed, and they're among the draft breeds. As a matter of fact, I mean they're made for pulling. You know what I mean? That's why they pull that big Budweiser carriage or whatever. You know what I mean? So they bred they bred for pulling logs, whatever. I'm a quarter.
Most quarter horse, yeah. Most police departments, do they use the Clydesdale? Because the horses that they use is a little different. It's like like a muscle type horse.
Yeah, it's a mixture. They use like a draft thoroughbred mix, so you can got a little athleticism and you have the size also. You know what I mean? So they use like a draft mix, usually mix thoroughbred or something like that with a draft horse.
I want to play a little video clip of you and let everybody see what you do. It's about 40 seconds, so here we go.
Mm-hmm. Ready.
Wow. Man. What'd you say, Smalls? On that.
Hey, man. That horse is well trained, man. Well trained, man. I gotta give it to you. That right there amazed me right there, man.
You do pretty good. You do pretty good. Yeah, that's one of my main stallions right there. You know what I mean?
I
So
heard that.
I'm
I
proud
heard
I'm
that.
proud of him. Mhm.
When I seen that, I mean, the horse was listening like a dog, like a
I
human
know.
or something. You know what I mean, I've never seen nothing like that.
Oh yeah, they got a brain. They actually have two brains. A lot of people don't know that. They got a left and a right side. So I mean, they actually have two brains. So I mean, so they really can. I mean, they're really smarter than people actually give them credit for.
Yeah. What's the deal about a horse licking a salt block or a sweet block or whatever you call it?
It's just a mineral. Like I said, especially during the summertime when they sweat a lot. You know what I mean? Just try to replenish them or whatever. They have mineral blocks, which is like a salt block or whatever that they actually give them or whatever. But it's just a mineral supplement.
Kind of like a electrolytes, like kind of like a Gatorade.
In salt form, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Do horses actually eat a lot? You know, you always hear you eat like a horse. So what's a horse's diet? I mean, do they really drink a lot of water like people say and eat a lot of food? And what do they eat? Mostly hay, you know, and so forth.
Yeah, if you have I guess the acreage, the pasture,
Hmm.
you don't have to really supply 'em much hay. You know what I mean? If you got an acre two per horse, I mean, you can
Hmm.
just give them grain and they'll maintain. But if you got them stalled up, they'll probably eat more. And you got to give them actually a hay supplement. Then you know what I mean. You give them hay so they can have some kind of feel. If you don't, they can colic off just straight grain. Some people feed them straight alfalfa, which really was really high in protein, and that take care just about their whole diet. Period. I mean, because they're forage eating animal. You know what I mean. So, but out in the wild, all they eat is forage. You know what I mean. So they can maintain. But if you actually working one, it'll be helpful to grain them. You know what I mean, and in order for them to maintain his coat and his stamina. You know what I mean. So,
Hmm.
but and that average, this average of probably about maybe 4 to 5 pounds a day. Or they
Wow.
drink about
Wow.
5 to 10 gallons a day. And
Man,
that's on a normal basis.
Wow. Wow.
that's average.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, that's on the average.
So one horse can drink 10 gallons of water a day.
Ain't no doubt about it. Easy.
Wow. Wow.
You always, every now and then, you know, we hear about wild horses. Is there really such a thing as wild horses that's running around in the West, or what kind of horse is that?
They call them Mustangs. Yeah, they are.
Mhm.
They mainly up north around Nevada and Montana, whatever. They actually have place where you can actually adopt one. You know what I mean? And they'll go
Mhm.
pitch it and they round them up once a year to try to keep the herd down, and you can actually adopt one. But yeah, they are out there in the wild. Yeah.
Are they more harder to train, man, when they out in the wild like that?
Yeah, they can be, especially if you get an older one. It's more of a challenge because they've been out there on their own for so long. But if you get the young one, it's not too bad.
All right.
Wow. So when you break a horse, what are you really doing?
Well, you teaching it to ride mainly to
Mhm.
actually trust the human. You know what I mean? Being on his back and around it. Period. You know what I mean? When I train a horse, I train one for safety and companionship. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I want him to want to do what you ask him to do. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I mean, they got the way I grew up. My grandfathers and uncles, I mean, they were hard knocks cowboys. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They'll
Mm-hmm.
twist the joker ear and saddle him up and get on him, son. You know what I mean? And hang
Mhm.
on.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
nowadays, horses are bred so well. I mean, that they'll come here mainly broke. You know what I mean? I mean, they'll come here trusting. The only reason the horse buck a boat because he's afraid.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I got something coming up here, baby. Let me see. You oh you breaking the heart. You see that?
You have something on your screen?
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, okay, I got it now.
Okay.
But anyway, you horses when you break them, they got I call them 3 Fs. They gonna freeze, flight, or fight.
Wow.
So whatever you're doing, either it's gonna spook them. They gonna and if they can't run, That's their first line of defense, running away.
Right.
And if they can't run, then they're gonna fight, which means paw, bite, kick, whatever the case may be. So you got to gain their trust so they'll be safe around people. So that's my goal. You know what I mean? Have a trusting companion, you know what I mean, that you can ride and enjoy.
Yeah. Can a horse, like, kick you if you get behind him? Because I don't trust getting behind a horse. You always hear that their leg gonna kick you.
Yeah, they can, and some of them will. You know what I mean? But in my past experience, I think horses are taught to kick because they're herd animals, and if you don't be the leader, then they will. You know what I mean? So if they can move you out the way, then they will. You know what I mean? So if you walk behind them and you kind of timid, you know what I mean? You can actually teach them to be bad. You know what I mean? So, but like I say, that's not everybody can't train a horse. You know what I mean? They got when they got horse trainers. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, that's amazing. Are you stereotyped in your profession with what you do?
Oh, I don't know if I'm stereotyped. Oh, my wife said
I am. Okay. Well, hey,
you put it out there, huh?
I'm just keeping it real.
I know, right?
I was thinking about that all day. I wanted to ask you that.
Yeah, I mean, folks are I don't know. I think we started this thing a long time ago. Period. You know what I mean? I think with black people. You know what I mean? And as for anything, you know what I mean. A lot of it's taken from us. All the credit is taken from us. You know what I mean? But there's still barriers you got to cross. Period. You know what I mean? Then you go to a clothing show or raining show. If you're not in the clique or in the crowd on a regular basis spinning, but no matter how good your horse is, because it's judged. You know what I mean? Now, if it's a timed event, they can't take it from you. You know what I mean? But
right.
When it comes to reining and working cow and cutting and stuff like that, when you have judges actually, okay, well, he didn't do that good, or I thought he did good. You know what I mean? So then that comes into play. You know what I mean? But the only way you can beat that is, like I said, you got to be extraordinary. You know what I mean? But it comes with the territory. But we gain in leaps and bounds. You know what I mean? Slowly but surely.
So have you I think y'all call it roping with a calf. You jump off the horse, you do all that.
Yeah, I train.
What?
Tie down roping, they call it. Yeah, that's kind of fun.
I've seen people do it on TV, but I always wondered, I mean, how do you do it? Hey, Smalls, have you ever? Go ahead, man.
Yeah, it's a team effort, man. You know what I mean? Your horse has to be training this all the time, and you know what I mean? So I mean, you go out there and get your cow and your horse following you're in trouble. You know what I mean? She has to stop, you have to get back on the rope to tighten it up so you can actually handle that calf where you can flip it and actually tie it. So if your horse is not working in sync with you, then you're wasting your time and money. You know what I mean? So
you're in trouble,
you're donating, man. You're donating, you know.
Small, you think you can rope a calf? Nah, man. Let me tell you though. Look,
hold up before you answer. I'm gonna let you answer. I think you be a little scared of that thing. You got that look.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Look, man. And I'm gonna have to agree with you on that, man. You know, the first time I ever rode a horse, man, in my whole entire life, man, I'm 40 years old, was in Jamaica last year, bro.
Oh, what?
And I was nervous doing that, man. That was a little small horse. The horse he got, that's a big horse there, man.
They can't be intimidating. I can understand. I mean, especially not being around. You know, I've been around the horse since I can remember. You know what I mean? It's nothing for me. You know what I mean? It's a way of life. You know what I mean? So I mean, my grandfather bought me one when I was like 4 years old. I'm gonna tell you this story.
Wow.
Okay.
I was 4 years old when I got my first horse. It was a pony. My uncle and I was raised by my grandparents.
Okay.
So my uncles always had horses, and my grandfather bought me one. So like 4 years old, right? So me and my uncle saddled my little horse up for me. We go down through the woods riding. He had these blue tick dogs he used to go deer hunting with. They used to tag along. So we going down the trail, going through the beans field, the dogs jumping in front of my little horse. He didn't buck, but he'd duck for money, man. And I would fall off, right? So my uncle, my uncle take off and rope him and bring him back to him. I'm walking through these bean field, my head barely over the beans, you know what I mean? He's bringing the horse back to me. So I get back on the horse and we keep it rolling. But one day, them dogs duck for money. I mean, jumped in front of the horse and the horse ducked for money, man, and I fell and I hurt my side. I had water in my eyes, but I wouldn't dare let my uncle see that.
Yeah.
So I get back home. I ain't getting back on this horse. So
Yeah.
I got back home, man, and about another week passed. He said, "Derrick, you want to come ride?" No, I ain't going no. That happened by 2 or 3 occasions, right? So me and him and my grandfather sitting on the front porch. He said, "Daddy, Derrick don't want to ride that horse no more." My grandfather called me Bug. If you don't ride that horse, man, I'm gonna sell it. I say, sell it, Papa. So he sold it, man. He sold it. And it was about 4 years before I got back on the horse. I think I was about 8 or 9. My uncle gave me one. He had bred a man. He gave me another horse. And I was bigger and stronger, and I ain't been off a horse since.
Wow.
That's right. You got the confidence back. You got your confidence back.
I never was. I mean, I always liked them. I stayed around them. I was always at the barn brushing them and stuff. You know what I mean? I just didn't want to ride anymore. You know what I mean? But I got let old. I'm gonna give you another horse. You know what I mean? So, but I ain't never been off, and I don't want that to happen to a lot of these kids nowadays. Because in the inner city, you know what I mean? These kids don't have the opportunity to actually see us. You know what I mean? Riding the horses. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They see this on TV, but it's mostly the other race. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, to see somebody black, you know what I mean? And I try to give them the experience, you know what I mean? And so I come in contact with any little young kid, you know what I mean? I always inviting folks to the house. I want them to have this experience.
Yeah, of course.
So, because we don't have that, man. We don't have that. No, we don't have enough of it in my opinion, you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. Do you have a big clientele, and how many horses you think you train a year?
Oh, well, I have another job. And this is my passion, but I have another job.
Okay.
Yeah, this is my passion. So I keep an average of 3 outside horses at a time. And at an average from 30 to 60 to 90 days a piece.
Wow.
So and the average cost to actually train a horse is like $700 to $900 a month.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the maintain them. So that for each horse is $900 a month. You know what I mean? So and I only do 3 because I'm by myself. You know what I mean? So and folks pay you to ride horses, so they want you to ride them. You know what I mean? So you got to put in the time. I could have more, but I don't really have the time. You know what I mean? So I don't overload myself, so I can do a good job. And most of my customers are repeat referrals. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I keep pretty busy. Yeah, I'm actually an engineer for Union Pacific Railroad.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Have a question for you. I received an email, and someone wanted me to ask you a question. That they're just getting into riding horses. So they said, suppose you get on the horse and the horse just decide to just haul ass while you own it. What you gonna do?
If you train correctly, you should be able to grab one rein and pull it to one side, left or right side. If you run in a circle, he can't run fast. So you pull the rein to the left or right, pull it to your side, and he's gonna start going in a circle, and you eventually stop him. So that's your emergency stop, that one rein.
Okay.
If he doesn't stop with 2 reins, you put him back on him, and he put his head down and keep going. Let one of them go and grab one.
I remember when I was in Jamaica, man, they was telling me that riding a horse was kind of like driving a car. You know what I'm saying? And they show you that's what they told me. It was like kind of like, hey man, it's kind of like driving a car. You know, if you want to stop them, man, you pull them back. If you want them to go, you let them go. I mean, they had a different type of quick training when they took me on the horse excursion. And if you want to. Yeah, if you want to go right, you pull to the right. If you want to go left, you go to the left. That's the way the Jamaican guy explained it to me. It's kind of like driving a car.
All right. Well, I mean, Hey, if you can relate to it, it work. Hey.
I was still nervous though. I ain't trusting.
That's understandable, man. They can be intimidating. 1,200 pounds, you know what I mean? And they do have a mind. It's not like getting on a motorcycle. So,
Yes,
you know what I
sir.
mean? You
Yes,
can
sir.
you know what I mean? So they do have a mind. So.
Man, that's amazing right there. You know, a lot of people don't know about horses like the breakdown that you've given them, you know, and a lot of people are, you know, actually scared of them.
Exactly, and it can be intimidating. Ain't no doubt about it. So I mean, if go to somebody that actually knows something about a horse, you know what I mean, and and not necessarily train. If he's a good rider, you know what I mean, and the horse is trained, you know what I mean. But just make sure you get on something safe, especially for a first timer. For a first timer, you want to get something 5, 6, 7 years old, something that has some kind of experience somewhere, something that a horse that didn't seen something, some scenes. You know what I mean? So
Right.
you don't want to put them on a 2 or 3 year old just getting started. Ain't never seen a car pass by. Ain't never seen a paper bag across the road. You know what I mean? And that's the recipe for disaster. Period.
Like, it's always, you know, a thing that some horse breeds are more expensive than others. What would you consider that is a top of the line horse breed that's very pricey and or it could be a rare breed to, you know, to find or get
Oh man,
from your
your thoroughbreds, your top race horses are probably your highest commodity in the horse business. You know what I mean? If their parents or grandparents that want any kind of money, then you're gonna actually pay for them. You know what I mean? So I would say that the racing thoroughbreds.
Are those thoroughbred horses really a different type of horse compared to what the average person see?
Um, I wouldn't think so. I mean, they're just bred to run. You know what I mean? So it's you can look at a thoroughbred, and if he's a full-blooded thoroughbred, he might not haven't even seen a track. You know what I mean? And he'll look like the ones you paying $1 million for, 300, 400,000 for. You know what I mean? So there's really no difference in that.
Right. And some of those jockeys, I didn't realize that they were really small like that. I didn't realize that. Yeah.
Yeah, 105 pounds with the saddle, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They really
Right.
do. Mm-hmm.
And I heard that they make themselves throw up before the race. I don't know if that's true.
I've seen that.
Wow.
I've seen that so they can make weight. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. I was just about to say that, man. I think it's a weight thing, man. So it'll give them a little edge in a race, man.
Well, they got to make weight to get on that horse. I mean, he got to weigh a certain amount to even ride him. So I mean, yeah.
Wow.
You know what? Since we talking, I've never seen a black jockey. Have you? I've never seen one on a professional level.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they out there.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, you know.
I never seen one, man. I got a pleasure of actually going to Louisville. My nephew used to play for University of Louisville, and we went to Churchill Downs, man. And I tell you, man, it looked like a football stadium for horses.
What?
I'm serious.
Wow.
It looked like a football stadium. That's how big Churchill Downs was, man. And it was a pleasure going there because just like yourself, they had horse trainers there doing things like, you know what I'm saying, training the horse, feeding them or whatever. But you know what I'm saying, I don't know if you ever went to Churchill Downs before.
No, I haven't.
Oh,
Just
okay.
Louisiana Downs and Evangeline Downs. I mean, these downs in Louisiana.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I love it, man. I love it.
Do you think when you retire, you're going to get into doing this full time?
That's my goal. That's my goal to actually raise and train a few. I mean, I have a total of 15 horses that I actually own.
Wow.
Between group mares and colts and fillies that I actually ride, and stud horses, of course. I own two stud horses, but I have 15 horses in all. You know what I mean? So I do riding lessons and like I say, I train. I mean, like I try to do it all. I do all my horseshoeing. The only thing I go to the vet for is my doggone as Coggins tests. You know what I mean? Where they test for swamp fever, whatever. And so you gotta have the Coggins to go to different shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But other than that, with my maintenance, all my shoeing and my shot, I do it all. You know what I mean?
Do it all in house. Okay.
I do it all.
I know that's right.
With that being said, I'm sure you have a big old dually to pull that stuff. You have to.
I do.
Yeah, ain't no way around it. Yeah, you gotta have that diesel for that.
Yeah, I surely do.
Man, that's amazing. And I call it cleaning the hoofs off the horseshoe. Whatever, I don't know what y'all call it. That's an amazing thing how y'all clean it.
And put them shoes on.
Put them shoes on.
Uh,
Yeah, I seen it on TV because those things can get pretty thick.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How often do you do it?
Well, you should if you're gonna put some shoes on a horse, you should be shoed every 6 to 8 weeks. You know what I mean?
Oh,
6 to 8
okay.
weeks,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Okay.
And horseshoeing is, man, it's a lucrative profession right about now, man. They're getting up with $130, $150 a shoe. You know what I mean? Every time they shoe a horse, $150. I mean, up north is probably 170. You know what I mean? They're making some real cheese. You know what I mean? So you imagine doing about 6 to 8 a day. You know what I mean? So
Wow. I didn't know it was like that.
yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
They got big time manufacturers like that. Oh my
I
goodness.
know, right? I mean, it wasn't like that. I mean, 15, 20 years ago, it might have cost you $35, $40 to get a set of shoes put on. You know what I mean? But man, horses getting to be expensive nowadays.
Wow.
Yeah. Like in the wintertime, do you give a horse a different type of diet, or can they just take the cold because of the hide? Do they hide change a little bit in the winter?
Yeah, it does. It does. It naturally, as the days get longer or shorter, you know what I mean, and as the temperatures drop, their hair get longer. Period. You know what I mean. No matter where they at. Like so, unless you have them in the stall, and you know the lights on the stalls kind of trick they follow because where their hair won't even get long. You know what I mean? They'll think it's still summertime. So if you keep lights on them, they won't even get long hair if they actually stalled up.
Okay, I think old Smalls want to comb the horse hair. You got that look, bro.
Look, man. Hey, look, man. Hey, you got me lost for words.
No,
On it.
you want to get you a little
I ain't
brush, a little
combing no.
pick.
I can't comb no horse hair, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, if the trainer come there and say, "Hey, man, this is how you probably comb a horse hair," I probably try it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You get you a little pick. Pick. Y'all call it a domain, right?
Right, that's it.
Yeah, throw some wave grease on it, brush it down,
bro. Right?
Yeah, man, slick it back, huh?
Yeah, they put the D40 on it, man. It'll be slick.
Are you in any type of competition like that you do or horse shows?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, this coming Saturday, I'm going to Rosenberg, Texas. They got a ranch sorting competition. Me and my son going to actually compete in. And I mean, I really like that. It's a good family affair. I mean, and you don't really have to have that much experience. You know what I mean? Doing it. So, yeah,
man. Yeah. Is there really a lot of money in the horse shows that you could make, whether it's roping or showing off with the horse?
Yeah, I mean, if you can compete at a good level, there's pretty good money in it. It's just a lot of traveling with it, you know what I mean? So you got to make some rodeos, you know what I mean? So, but if you're winning, yeah, you can make a little change.
I think Smalls is your next candidate. I think he really wants to know how to ride that thing, and I think he want to get in the roping with the calf.
Hello, we got something for him. Come on.
What you think, bro? What you think?
Hey,
come
man,
on, Smalls. Come on, man.
Man. Hey, I can do it. I can do it, man. hey, just like he say, man, you got to get with a person who know about horses, man, and he very knowledgeable about horses. I feel comfortable, man, in his care.
Yeah,
you know,
you do.
Oh, yeah, I tried out.
I think you're gonna have to wear a football helmet, Smalls. Put some pads on, because I think you're gonna be just that scared.
Hey, man, hey, maybe, man, maybe.
But we enjoyed you, man. We appreciated what you do, and hey, you enlightened me on a whole lot of things. I mean, I didn't even know.
Oh man, I appreciate y'all having me, man. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, man, we appreciate your time.
And I used to be scared of horses too, but not no more.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm not quite, scared as you, Smalls, but hey,
Hey man, you just gotta trust the process, my brother.
Hey, hello.
That's
what I'm talking about. Trust the process, my brother.
Yeah. We're gonna say a little prayer and we'll get on out of here. Lord, bless his horse business. Bless that he stays safe, training all the horses, and his business grows tremendously. Bless everybody on there. Have a safe week. Thank y'all for Let's Talking Under the Tree tonight, and Y'all have a blessed day, blessed night on the job, and be safe. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen.
I had a good time with y'all, man.
I appreciate that, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, everything was well. And until the next time, what you say, Smalls, what you got to say?
Let's talk under the tree.
I'm gonna play a little sound clip. If anybody look at you crazy, stereotype or anything like that, let me find that sound clip for you. That's all you got to do. If they're looking at you crazy at the horse show, just tell them this right here.
Who is you?
That's
That's it.
what I'm talking
That's
about.
it.
All right, y'all have a good night, fellas.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
All right.
God bless.